Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're the kind of person who loves to just cut right through the noise and get straight to how things actually work, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're embarking on a really fascinating journey into a real-world field that is honestly absolutely critical to our modern way of life. We're talking about cybersecurity. We're going to break down the massive task of defending the digital frontier, and we're doing it through the eyes of a SOC analyst. That's a Security Operations Center analyst, by the way. So let's just jump right in, because this is a totally eye-opening look at what it really takes to protect our digital world.
Section 1. Hollywood Myths versus Reality. Okay, let's dive into this. When you hear the word cybersecurity, what pops into your head? Probably intense hacking, right? You picture that lone wolf in a dark basement wearing a hoodie, just furiously typing away at scrolling green code trying to stop some ticking countdown timer. But the reality? It's so different. And frankly, it's way more important. It isn't about being some rogue hacker at all. It's fundamentally about defending our digital world. It's this highly structured, super collaborative, and literally vital practice that keeps the gears of our modern society turning safely. Section 2. The real threat landscape. The real everyday stakes we're dealing with here are intense. Guys, this isn't science fiction. Every single day, companies all over the globe are actively being attacked. And the consequences? They are severe. Real data is stolen, and entire operational systems are just completely shut down. I mean, imagine a hospital that suddenly can't access its patient records, or a huge financial institution completely locked out of its own servers. No way, right? But these are the literal daily realities out there on the digital frontier. And the impact of this? It scales up so fast. First, it starts with people. You and me, just protecting our personal information and our privacy. But from there, it scales right up to businesses, shielding their intellectual property, their customers, and their daily operations from these constant attacks. And finally, it scales all the way up to entire countries. We're talking safeguarding national infrastructure, power grids, and vital government data. This defensive work genuinely protects our society at every single level.
Section 3. Defining Cybersecurity.
So what does this all mean? What actually is it? Well, at its core, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting digital systems, networks, and data from attacks. I really want us to focus on that key word there, protecting. Like we said earlier, this field is not about hacking. It is entirely about defending. It's the strategic practice of making sure that these massive networks and sensitive data vaults stay totally impenetrable to the kinds of threats we see every single day.
Section 4. The SOC Analyst Role.
So these analysts, they're essentially the frontline defenders, and they are up against three main daily threats: phishing, malware, and ransomware. Now, defending against phishing, that is a massive priority. Instead of just reacting when someone clicks a bad link, SOC analysts are out there actively fortifying defenses. They're identifying malicious links, quarantining suspicious emails way before they ever hit user inboxes, and actually analyzing email headers to trace exactly where the attacker came from. But how do they actually investigate these alerts when an alarm does go off? Well, it's like digital forensics. When a system flags potential malware or ransomware, these analysts immediately dive straight into the network logs. They're analyzing traffic patterns, they're isolating the infected machine from the rest of the network so the bug can't spread, and they even reverse engineer the threat to neutralize it completely. It's a real game changer.
Section 5. The Learning Journey Ahead.
Now, I want you to just think about this phrase for a second. I wanted a career that matters. The author of this guide started their whole journey into cybersecurity driven by that exact sentiment. It wasn't about the Hollywood glamour, It was this deep, genuine desire to do work that has a tangible, protective impact on people, businesses, and countries. Honestly, it's an incredibly inspiring motivation for absolutely anyone looking to enter this field.
And you know what the best part is? It's how accessible this journey can be. The digital frontier might seem incredibly complex, what with all the malware, the ransomware, and the constant alerts, but learning to defend it doesn't have to be overwhelming at all. By breaking things down logically, anyone with the right focus and drive can master these concepts, just clear, simple, and step by step.
Let's map out that journey and see how this all builds. First up, you're going to learn exactly how attacks happen. You need to understand the nuts and bolts of phishing and malware so you can actually anticipate them. Second, you'll learn how companies defend themselves, figuring out how to build those overarching strategies that protect entire networks. And third, tying the whole shebang together, you're going to learn the practical, hands-on skills of investigating SOC alerts. You'll learn exactly how to pull logs, correlate the data, and literally stop an active attack right in its tracks.
Which leaves us with one final, absolutely crucial question. Are you ready to step up and defend the digital frontier? We've stripped away the Hollywood myths, we've seen the very real threats facing our daily lives, and we've mapped out the clear path to becoming an SOC analyst. The need for dedicated defenders has literally never been higher. So keep this roadmap in mind, hold on to that desire for a career that really matters, and get ready to take your very first steps into the vital world of cybersecurity.
In this course, you'll learn how cyber attacks actually happen, how companies defend themselves, how SOC analysts investigate alerts, how CM tools work, how to read logs, how to understand MITRE ATT and CK, and how to start your cybersecurity career. Everything is beginner-friendly, everything is explained simply, and everything is practical. If you want to start a cybersecurity career, subscribe and follow the full playlist. In the next episode, we'll break down the most common cyber threats, clearly and visually. Let's begin your cybersecurity journey.